from Ron Jones, who's normally here. All right, the question is, does this 180 days apply to our reverse 1031 as well?
There's two ways to do a reverse exchange. Under the safe harbor in Rev Proc 2037, you're capped at parking the property for 180 days. It is the most friendly of safe harbors. Under that safe harbor, you can manage construction or manage the property. You can advance the money to the intermediary to purchase the property, or you can arrange for the financing. It is a very taxpayer-friendly safe harbor, but it's capped at 180 days. What if you want to do a reverse construction exchange and you want to build the Taj Mahal of improvements? You're going to build $300 million of improvements. Can you get that done in 180 days? So you may want to enter into a parking arrangement that goes beyond 180 days, outside of the safe harbor. There's a famous, notorious case called Estate of Bartel, where the parking arrangement was like 17 months. A drugstore operator was going to move their location from an interior strip mall location to an external pad site location. They wanted to build brand new improvements to their exact specifications. It took 17 months to build the property. The intermediary holding title really had no economic risk. And the IRS attacked this non-safe harbor transaction because they said the intermediary's entity didn't have any risk, didn't have any benefits and burdens of ownership. It was merely a facilitator. The tax court said, so what? 1031 allows for the deferral of gains. Doesn't matter if it was merely a facilitator, didn't have the benefits and burdens. The IRS clearly got their clocks cleaned on that case. The IRS and the Treasury did not appeal that decision. They were afraid they were going to lose again at the appeal level. But they did file a notice of non-acquiescence that they didn't like the case. Why do I tell you this whole story? Because non-safe harbor exchanges do not have the same certainty of tax treatment as a safe harbor exchange. You have to think long and hard of whether or not you want to go outside of the safe harbor and do something longer than 180 days. Do you want to do a non-safe harbor? I'm your guy, but let's make sure that you've got the appropriate team built to advise you of the risks and the alternatives. Great questions.